A lot of people think going into 2025 that new construction is still the only way that they're going to get a great deal on purchasing a home. Think again.
That's right. Renovated resale homes actually offer value, charm, and features that ultimately you're just not going to find in your regular cookie cutter new construction build. In this video, we're actually going to be talking about why a remodeled, renovated home might actually be a better option than new construction for you and your family. So stick around. Let's get right after it.
Today, we're standing inside of one of Skillset Homes' newly renovated properties, and I could not be more excited. There are so many advantages to buying a renovated resale home, and I can't wait to jump into it with you. We're also going to be talking to one of Skillset Homes' owners themselves about their projects, how they acquire them, and the advantages that they see in one of their renovated properties. And also, before we get started, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We are real estate agents here in San Antonio, and we would love to assist you and your family if you are thinking about relocating.
All right, guys, let's jump right into it. So pro number one, and I think this kind of goes without saying, location. Now, we all know that a lot of the new construction in San Antonio has been taking place outside of that 1604 loop. So if you're looking at it on a map, it's that big outer circle that encompasses the majority of San Antonio. Well, the majority of these new homes are being built outside of that because San Antonio has expanded outward and not upward, which is typically a good thing. Now, when it comes to these resale homes, I really like the idea that you don't necessarily have to live outside of that 1604 loop if you don't want to. There are so many homes that have been renovated really, really well that are within those areas. Is that right?
Yeah, I agree. I think that is a really big pro. We get questions all the time from people who are moving here from large cities who have very long commute times to work. And they're asking, hey, I know San Antonio is growing out. We want to buy a really nice home. Are we going to have a 45-minute, 1 hour commute to get to work? And if you're buying a renovated resale home, such as the one we're standing in right now, that is close to everything, you might have a 15-20 minute commute to work. Say, for instance, if you're working downtown or near one of the Air Force bases. So I think that is a really big pro. Definitely the first pro that I would bring up.
Yeah, without a doubt. And with that being said, another pro that kind of piggybacks onto that is the neighborhoods that you're moving into. Now, a lot of the new construction neighborhoods outside of 1604 are master plan communities. And the majority of master plan communities, what they do is they will build the subdivision, they will build the neighborhood, and then they will develop the amenities around the neighborhood, stores, shops, restaurants, all that stuff. But whenever you're moving into a house that's already been renovated really well, the majority of the time, the neighborhood is established and everything is already built up. You know exactly what you're going to get. You don't have the construction crews driving through, a lot of noise, anything like that. So it's really, really nice. And I think that is a tremendous benefit that people specifically look for when they're looking at resale homes versus new construction.
All right, guys. Pro number two is character and charm. We hear the word charm all the time. When you are looking at new construction neighborhoods today, you are looking at tract homes. There are a lot of big builders, national builders, who are building here in San Antonio. And as you drive through those neighborhoods, all of these homes look exactly the same. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. There really isn't a lot of difference between a lot of these homes. And so when you're looking at a renovated resale home in an established neighborhood, there are going to be a lot of differences when it comes to the architecture and style of these older established neighborhoods. And I think a lot of people love that.
What's the old saying? They don't make them like they used to. Well, I think that kind of applies in this situation. Now, that's not to say that all new homes being built are identical. That's not to say all of them are flawed, but they're out there. And if we told you that every new home was perfect, we would be lying to you, which we don't do. So there are cookie cutter homes out there, and there's quite a few of them.
Which leads us to pro number three. You are going to get quality builds. Now, when it comes to resale homes, yes, there are some great builders who do a great job. We're not knocking that. There are wonderful new construction homes out there, many of which we recommend to a lot of our clients. But when it comes to an established neighborhood in an older home and the home is renovated, you are a lot of times getting quality, especially with individuals like Skillset Homes who really specialize in renovation. Now, these homes are going to come with a lot of new updated features.
Sure.
I mean, you're going to have fresh paint, you're going to have new floors, you're going to have updated appliances, you're going to have new HVAC and everything else when it comes to these renovations. And these things are going to be new. So you know that you're going to get quality. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get your third-party inspection. I would never recommend purchasing without that, but you can a lot of times really just bank on getting something that's updated, new, and quality. Which leads us to pro number 4 is when you're looking at a renovated resale home, a lot of these issues with a resale home that you would get and have to fix on your own, the renovated resale home is going to have those things already taken care of, which is going to drastically reduce the money coming out of your pocket in the next couple of years when those things normally would be going bad and you have to replace them yourself. Now with that, I do want to mention home warranties. Now a lot of times when you're buying a resale home, now if you have a really good agent, they will try to negotiate the seller throw in a home warranty on that house. That's something that we always get for our clients. Oftentimes when you're buying a renovated resale home, the person who renovated that home, they are going to throw that in anyway because they're really trying to sell the home. That's part of the package deal that they're throwing in with the sale. Now when it comes to new construction, oftentimes you are going to get, especially right now, people are wanting to get incentives. People are looking at rate buy downs, they're looking at money offered towards closing costs and the like. Now with the renovated resale home and purchasing through an investor such as Skill Set, now they are going to be a lot more willing to negotiate than your average seller would be willing to negotiate. Oftentimes sellers are selling their homes, they want the highest dollar amount possible for their sale. They're possibly purchasing a new home to move into with their family or moving out of state. However, when you're purchasing from a company such as Skill Set who's renovated that home, they're much more willing to negotiate on things like rate buy down, money towards closing costs, home warranties, and things like that. All right, Jaime, so one of the concerns that a lot of people have when they're purchasing resale here in San Antonio are the foundation issues. Everybody knows that we have foundation issues here in San Antonio. Now with Skill Set, what are some of the things that you all do to address those concerns for home buyers?
Yeah, Jonathan, that's a great topic. As you mentioned, in San Antonio, there is a lot of movement, and more in the past 2 years, because of the droughts, because of the freezes, we've seen a lot more movement. So more properties now, we're in areas that normally don't have foundation issues, now we're seeing a lot of it. So it's only naturally when we're buying these properties to renovate, we do run into a lot of foundation issues. So what we do first and foremost, we always invite our engineer. They come out to the property, they shoot their levels, we see exactly where we're at, and then we address it, right? Sometimes it's as few as 4 piers, sometimes we can have 35 piers. Okay. And what we also do is we also try to document the whole process, just to make sure that everything is properly documented. We go through the city, we go through a foundation company. The foundation company hires a third-party engineering company to be able to come in and make sure everything's sound. We want that peace of mind, right? We want the next buyer to have that peace of mind. And something that a lot of people sometimes don't think about is that they may see foundation work and they think it's a red flag. The reality is now you actually have a brand new foundation. It's shot by an engineer that, you know, everything's within tolerance. And it's almost like you're getting a brand new foundation as opposed to, are we acquiring something with the red flags?
Right.
And there's always transferable warranties on all our products as well.
Awesome. Now also, when I was walking through this property, I see a lot of finishes that are just things that you would never find in a new construction home. Painted garage, epoxy floor. I mean, the paint on the walls is just not your standard flat paint. I mean, why is it that you all put so much attention to detail and things like that, knowing that it's not something that a home buyer would actually ask for necessarily, and it's an extra cost for you to do it?
Great observation. Our product at Skill Set, we really want to have the buyer that's coming in really be wowed. We want them to walk in and it's all those little details, whether it be the epoxy flooring, whether it be the fixtures, whether it be the hardware, whether it be the hinges on everything being replaced out. We want them to walk in and say, this is where I can see myself living, raising a family, creating new memories. And we believe it's those little details that put it over the edge.
Awesome.
Floors, and the walls and the trim all work together, and the paint and the shutters, and everything is new. The light fixtures, everything you see is new, but a lot of the things you don't see are new too, because we may have gone in and replaced wiring. We may have gone in and done attic work. We may have done things that the homeowner would never know about, but we know about it because we're experts at this. So I'm new to the real estate game, but I've been in marketing for 30 years and I've bought and sold many houses for myself. But I have partners in Skill Set Homes that they are real estate professionals. They've been doing this their entire career. They've done hundreds of homes for other investors and people who move here. And now we've come together and each of us brought our skill set to create these homes that our families would live in.
Okay guys, we hope that you learned about the differences between a renovated resale home and new construction, and why a renovated resale home might be the perfect home for you and your family.
Perspective is everything, but it's especially important when it's coming from the people who built that home. So we want to give you guys that opportunity to see what actually goes into flips that are done the right way. So there you have it, guys. Whether you plan on moving to San Antonio in the next few weeks, next few months, next few days, I don't care. Please reach out to us. We would love to help you and your family make that smooth move here to San Antonio. That number popping up on the screen or that website, please don't hesitate. Visit, call, text, send a smoke signal, do what you can, get a hold of us, and we will help you with that process. So guys, thank you so much for watching our stuff. Catch you in the next one.